Welcome to the Zone of Genius show with Ramon Ray. I believe that's what we're calling it. Today's episode is about 3 ways to know if your virtual assistant is absolutely amazing. And let me explain to you why I'm doing this today. I'm always looking for things to engage my community, things to draw my community in the Zone of Genius community, celebrity CEO community, Ramon Ray. And I love doing shows. I love performance. I love TV. In fact, I've done everything pretty much I want to do in the world, but one thing I want is a live TV show. And I said, you know what? I don't have to wait. There's billions of YouTube channels, billions of YouTube shows, billions of Facebook watch shows, and more. But I said, I can do my version, my way. As we do this live, it is Saturday morning, the 9th of September. And I said, you know what? I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait. I can do my own show, as most of you do now. And so welcome to zoneofgenius.com. I realize, you know what? We produce great content all week long on zoneofgenius.com. Yesterday, I was doing something with Justin Winstead of Improver Group, and you can check out his summit that's coming up where I'll be speaking at it, improvergroup.com/summit. And I said to myself, you know what? I could start to do my own show, maybe on a Ray. Hey, Gina's here. Hey, what's up, Gina Carr? Good to have you here. You probably in the garden, cooking in bed, watching me. Thank you so much. Tell your boo I said hello. Gina's here. Siobhan, what's up, Siobhan? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. Good morning, everybody. So I figured, why not on Saturday morning go live and do something that takes from what we do on zoneofgenius.com. And I was with Justin and I realized the power of, let me show you here, the power of doing screen shares. So I figured I would try to do a show and integrate doing a screen share into what Ramon Ray does. That's what I'm doing. And again, you're right, Gina, doing my own show. It's not new. Everybody does it, but I can do something my way. Now, I warn you, the key of doing this is consistency. Will Ramon be able to do this show consistently every Saturday morning? And for that matter, is even Saturday morning the best time to do the show? I don't know. We'll see. But I won't know unless I try it. So I figured for 30 minutes, if it'll be 10:30 every Saturday, don't know, 11 o'clock every Saturday, not sure yet. I'm figuring it out. This is the first time I'm doing it like this. But I just had the idea, especially with the screen share, I can go for 30 minutes and dive through the top headlines, top things we talked about at zoneofgenius.com to help people. So this topic, I'm going to start with the first one, what we just went live, and then I'll go backward through some things this week. As you can see now on your screens, we just touched on, I'll make this a bit bigger, or I'll make the whole thing maybe there. Yes, is 3 ways to know your virtual assistant is amazing. So let's dive right into it. The headline's right there, how you can know if your virtual assistant is amazing. And this is the kind of content we do on zoneofgenius.com. Jeff C is in the house. Wow, Jeff, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for believing in me. You're right, Gina Carr. Experiment, try it, see what happens. And of course, this is the live audience. People can watch us afterwards as well. Julie's here as well, so maybe there's a thing. Julie Loken is here, and Julie's amazing. I'll be seeing her in April, if not before, at the Entrepreneurs Conference and Awards, and she has her own event, I believe, that I'll be working with her on as well. And it's amazing to see Shioma is here as well. So we got the whole crew coming out. So let's dive into it right now. Listen, we posted this on zoneofgenius.com just now. 3 ways to know your virtual assistant is amazing. Many of you are working with virtual assistants. Let me be very clear in one thing before I begin. I don't like the term virtual assistant. People use that word virtual assistant, usually means getting somebody from another country and you put your Rolodexes or your business cards in a box and they type it all into your Excel spreadsheet, you reach out. That was back in the day how we did it. And I think there's some still reason to do that. But that's why I don't like the word virtual assistant. I prefer the word freelancer. But in this article, in this context, I use the word virtual assistant because that's the word that many people use, a virtual assistant. So I use it within that context. So real quick, 3 ways to know if your virtual assistant is good for your business. 3 things, check this out. 1, is your virtual assistant, are they excited? Are they passionate about what you're doing? Let me explain something to y'all people. If you're hiring somebody and they're not excited about what you're doing, that's a problem. And all this content you can see at zoneofgenius.com. So just go to zoneofgenius.com, sign up, sign up, sign up, and you can get an email from us when we have this great content. But is your virtual assistant the right one for you? What's up, Tajal is here. Dolan is here. Good to see you, brother. I appreciate you so much. Can't wait to work with you as we grow zoneofgenius.com, grow celebritiesheal.com, and grow Ramon Ray Speaking. Thank you, Dolan, for being a part of my world and me a part of yours. I appreciate it. What's up? Charlene's in the house as well. The audience is growing. This is great. So that's what we talked about at zoneofgenius.com. And again, to be clear, most people use the word a virtual assistant. I don't like the word, but I'm only using the word because that's what many people do refer to. So how do you know if they're the right one for you? That's what we're talking about today. How do you know if your virtual assistant or freelancer is right for you? And number one, ding, 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 ding. Number one is, are they excited and passionate about what you're doing? I can think of some of the freelancers or virtual assistants that I'm working with right now. Dolan is one of them. Every single one of them. I recently hired somebody, his name is Steven, to help me with Facebook ads. Recently working with Dolan to do some big projects with me. I hope they're big. Jamie Freyer has been working with her for over 7 years. She's a contractor. She has her own business, and I'm one of a few purpose-driven entrepreneurs in her world. And every single one of them, they have a passion about what I'm doing. They're excited about what I'm doing. They're not just putting in the work. They're excited about Ramon. They're excited about my work. They are all into my business. Dolan's here right now. And that's one indication that you know the person you're hiring, your virtual assistant, your freelancer, call them what you want, is the right person for you. Are they excited about what you're doing? If they're not excited about what you're doing, I don't know if they're going to do great work. They may, but I don't want just someone who's pushing buttons or transactions. I want someone who's all up in my business. This is what I want. This is what I want. And again, I'm one of the people. I'm a small business owner. I built 5 companies, sold 3 companies. I'm not somebody building a $50 million enterprise. No, I'm a small business with a small team. So when I hire people, they got to be on par with me. And now Julie's saying hi to Charlene on my show. See, I'm a little jealous now, Julie. You shouldn't be saying hi to anybody else but me if you with me. I'm just messing with you, Julie. So that's tip number 1 to know if you're hiring the right virtual assistant or freelancer for your business. Are they passionate about what you're doing? What's tip number 2 as we talk about these things on zoneofgenius.com. You can go to zoneofgenius.com. Make sure you sign up for our email list so you can get this information from us on a weekly basis. Number 2, does the freelancer proactively give you feedback in how to do something better? If you're loving what I'm saying, if this is resonating with you, whether you're watching this live or after the fact, put a comment, put a share this with somebody else. Jeff, you're too much. Well, you know, Jeff, I got a little jealous there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you guys are cracking me up. So does the freelancer proactively give you feedback and how to do something better? This is a great sign that you've hired the right person. Again, I think the people on my team right now, the people I'm working with right now, that's sign number 2 that I've hired the right person. When we have calls and we talk, they're like, how do we maximize? How do we do this better? How do we get to the next level? How can we improve this? When I think of my Facebook advertising guy, how do I know he's the right person? How do I know? Because when I do a lead page, when I do an ad, when I do a page or something on my site, he's like, Ramon, it doesn't look good on mobile. My man, that's somebody who cares about what I'm doing. That's someone who cares. Charlene says this. What did she say? Absolutely. I always look for someone who's excited and gives feedback. They are paying attention. Yes, Charlene Brown. And thank you. Julie says, I subscribe to Zone of Genius, and it really gives me incredible insights in all things entrepreneur life. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. The PR publicity ninja herself says it. Barry's here as well. Wow, Jen Slaw, I'm watching the great R walkthrough. Barry, I appreciate it. What's up, Jen Slaw? So that's number 2. Does the freelancer you're working with proactively give feedback? And again, thank you all for being here. We're here for a premiere Saturday show. 3 ways to know your virtual assistant is amazing with Ramon's Zone of Genius show. Just started it just now. And I said, I got some free time on Saturday, number 1. Number 2, I do love sharing. I love talking to the people. I love doing a show. I love it. Number 3, maybe to increase brand equity, maybe to do something for me. But most importantly, it's got to do something for you. So that's number 2, how to know if your freelancer is great for you if they're amazing, That's number two. Do they give proactive feedback? And number three, the third thing we talked about today, again, we're on the Zone of Genius show. The third thing we talked about is, scrolling down here a bit, do they ask a lot of smart questions? Now, you can ask some dumb questions too, but does your freelancer ask a lot of smart questions? If they're asking a lot of smart questions, that's one indication you know your freelancer is right for you. And again, we just talked about the things, just publish it on zoneofgenius.com. That's how you can know. And you're pretty credible too, Julie. That's how you can know if your freelancer is the right one for you. Do they ask a lot of smart questions? Do they ask? And I wonder if I put comments on this. I didn't. Oh, yes. And also, I put comments on this article. So if you go to zoneofgenius.com, and you want to shout out your freelancer, talk about your business, you can go to the comment section right now on zoneofgenius.com, this article just published, and put a comment there. So that's number three. Do they ask a lot of smart questions? The fourth way you know that you have the right freelancer, the fourth and last way, as we're talking about how to know do you have the right freelancer for your business, is, are they willing to learn? If you've hired a freelancer or virtual assistant and you find they're not willing to learn, you're kind of coaching them in how you do it. Now, you got to learn from them too, but assuming you've done this for a minute, they should be willing to learn, and not just learn from you. Are they willing to learn new skills? I hired a new executive assistant. Her name is May Ann. May Ann is a ninja on fire. She tells me, hey, Ramon, guess what? I'm learning SEO. Hey, Ramon, guess what? I'm getting better at generative AI. That's my girl. That's the person I want. And of course, Jamie Frey, I've been working with her for ages. She's like light years ahead of me, constantly improving herself, constantly getting certifications, constantly learning, not just for me, not just for her clients, but to build a better business. So this is tip number one. Ding, 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 ding. Thanks for listening to it. This is tip number one. And I talked about today 3 ways to know your virtual assistant is amazing. 3 ways to know your virtual assistant is absolutely amazing. Let's see what else is up next on the Zone of Genius show. And by the way, just want to mention this to you all. One thing that we do for sure quite a bit that I encourage you to check out is Celebrity CEO. We have a challenge coming up. CelebrityCEO.com/challenge. CelebrityCEO.com/challenge. Our 3-day challenge coming up September 18th, 19th, and 20th. I believe it is. It is free. The CelebrityCEO.com challenge. Check that out. Also, I hope all of you have gotten the Celebrity CEO Blueprint free resource to help you build your personal brand, the CelebrityCEO.com Blueprint. You want to check that out at CelebrityCEO.com, CelebrityCEO.com/blueprint. Check that out. All right, moving forward, our next topic, our next thought of the day, as we move forward in this, is, let's go here. Our next one is setting your best price for your business. This is another struggle that many business owners have problems with, is how to set the best price. So I wanted to touch on this a bit. If you have problems setting price and you're hearing the sound of my voice live or you're hearing it on demand, just put the word in price in the chat. I'm curious who needs help setting the right price. Sometimes we're too low, sometimes we're too high. But here's a few things to understand, and I learned this from Seth Godin. As we talk a bit about setting the right price, we talked about this in a recent article on zoneofgenius.com. So make sure you're checking out zoneofgenius.com, signing up for our email list. Here's where we have the best content. We have a regular email that goes out, helping you grow your business. Setting the best price. Pricing is not easy to figure out, but pricing also has an emotional connection. I can price this water bottle at 99 cents, like a dollar store does. It's cheap, functional, and I just want the cheapest, what it is. But imagine if I price this water bottle at $49. It's not for everyone. Everyone's not going to buy a premium water bottle, but can I sell this so that it earns the right to be sold as a premium water bottle, whether that's the material that genuinely is premium inside it, and or also the brand connection, like a Tory Burch bag, how it's wrapped, how it's looked, the brand aura around it also is connected to that. Here's the thing, dear small business owners, here's the thing, listen carefully to me. Oftentimes, we want to sell cheap because we're lazy and we don't want to connect to people that value us and will pay us a premium for what we're selling. Now, I don't know if that spoke to anybody, but oftentimes that's the challenge. We sell cheap because we're scared. We sell cheap because we don't know our value. I'll be very transparent and full clear to you. My speaking rates are $20,000. 2024, they'll probably go up to $25,000. Now, people are playing Damon John, Brene Brown, Seth Godin, Simon Sinek, and others, Gary Vaynerchuk, $100,000 or more per speak. Marcus Lemonis, because they have the brand equity and they can bring a draw into an event. You put a Simon Sinek's name at an event, he's a draw. He sells tickets. That's not most people, and that's not me. But one thing I know for sure is when I'm on your stage, I will light your stage up. Nobody will ever forget an event hosted by Ramon Ray or me being a motivational keynote speaker at your event. Nobody will forget it. And so I can command $20,000, $25,000. Once I become a draw, if I do, I can upgrade that rate. But I have no problem to say that I'm just as good as any other speaker or better than them. And that's why my rates are what they are. Are you charging what you're worth? Again, this is what we shared just recently on zoneofgenius.com. Low prices often equal low quality. Doesn't always mean that, but that's what it translates in the mind at times. Keep in mind, as we're talking about on zoneofgenius.com, it's hard to raise prices later. It can be hard to break even when you're having lower prices. This is not the way to live a profitable life. You can't live a profitable life by charging cheap. You can't do it, people. You can't do it. If you want to serve those you want to serve, if you want to give back to who you want to give back, if you want to build wealth who you want to build wealth, you have to be able to charge a premium price for what you're doing. You can't sell cheap. And if you're realizing and finding that people are saying to you, oh, I can't get people to buy from me, stop selling to Emma at church in the basement over a stale chicken dinner. Stop it. She's not the right audience for you. You got to do the work to find people who want to buy what you're selling. Seth Godin talks about this. Kim Walsh-Phillips talks about this quite a bit. I hope this is resonating with somebody. I hope you're hitting the share and sharing this episode of Zone of Genius Show with Ramon Ray. Pricing is important, people. It's important. And there's huge benefits to pricing higher. Again, we talked about this on zoneofgenius.com. Pricing higher can have a lot of benefits, including positioning your business as a premium brand. You have to earn the right to be that premium brand for sure, but this is how you do it. Thank you, Barry. Barry says, this is a message you shared with the entertainers. Yes, at Showbiz Blueprint. You're right. And it shook through, had a lasting impact. Barry Friedman, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here, Barry. Thank you for what you do. Julie Riga, good morning. Thanks for being here. I'm doing my best, girl. We're all in the hustle and rise to serve our customers and make a living. Thank you for being here. So this is tip number 2. Ding, 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 ding. Make sure you set the right prices. And most of us are not competing with Walmart or Kroger's or Target or some low margin brand or Amazon. So we should charge a premium for our products and services. This is the way you do it. And again, we share this content at zoneofgenius.com. If you want to see that content, just go to zoneofgenius.com. Make sure you sign up for our email newsletter to get all of our content. All right, let's move to topic number 2 today. We're going to go to 11 o'clock. And our next topic is going to be, I talked about already, how to know if your virtual assistant is amazing. Our next topic is going to be about 7 top money experts you should follow and learn more from. Again, everybody, this is Ramon Ray on the Ramon Ray Zone of Genius Show. I encourage those of you who want to see some other cool things we're working on, some cool things we're doing. Don't forget to check out celebrityceo.com, our upcoming challenge. The Celebrity CEO Challenge is coming up. celebrityceo.com/challenge. Sign up for that. To learn about email marketing, social media marketing, and getting better with email marketing, social media marketing, doing your first podcast. So the Celebrity CEO Challenge is coming up. And also, I'm happy to say that we have a free Celebrity CEO Blueprint. If you haven't downloaded that blueprint yet, celebrityceo.com/blueprint, celebrityceo.com/blueprint. Definitely, I encourage you to do so. Again, everybody, this is Ramon Ray, Zone of Genius Show, experimenting with going live on a Saturday to see how it serves our community, if it's desired by the community, how we can help you build your best life and grow your business. That's what we do at zoneofgenius.com. So I'm glad you're here this morning as we touch on something that I'm really proud of. I profiled seven money experts. 7 money experts you need to follow. Ruchi Pinniger, Tiffany Aliche, Trisha Tate, Marie Forleo, Farnoosh Tabishi, Kedma O, and Rogers. Blanking out. That's not good to do. Rachel Rogers. If you know any of these people, by the way, let me know. Put in the comments how amazing they are if you follow any of them. But 7 money experts you need to follow. Why did I do that? Why did I do that and profile these 7 money experts? Why? Money is so important. And hello, Facebook user. By the way, if you're here on Facebook, just go to Facebook, StreamYard.com/Facebook, StreamYard.com/Facebook to authenticate yourself so I can see who you are. Or when you do a hello to me through Facebook, do a dash and put your name there. But thanks for being here, Facebook user. So money's important. And I've learned from others, there's a connection to money and mindset. Many of us were taught, save your money. Many of us were taught, don't spend your money. Many of us were taught, money is scarce. Dina's Cotton's here again. Thank you, Dina. Thanks for being here. We Should Be Millionaires. Excellent book by Rachel Rogers. Yes, Rachel is on fire, and I have her book somewhere on my bookshelf. Yes. Thank you, Dina, for being here. Or Deanna for being here. Money's important. Many of us have been taught, I wouldn't say wrong, but differently about money. And now you got to be careful because you don't want to lose money. You don't want to overspend money. You don't want to waste money. But I think that for us business owners, we can be a bit less risk averse and leverage money more as an asset, as a tool to grow. Leverage money more as a tool, as an asset to grow our businesses. So that's why I wanted to highlight in this cool article, we just published it at zoneofgenius.com, some top money experts to follow. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out, zoneofgenius.com, and follow these money experts. Don't forget to sign up to our email newsletter, 7 money experts to follow. Because it's important to know, how do we invest our money for the future? How do we use our money today? But most importantly, even, how do we use our money to grow and meet our personal goals? And as I say in this article, many of us were not born a money expert. Many of us were not. But it's never too late to learn. So I highlighted 7 money experts. My good friend Ruchi Penniger, watch her prosper. If you know Ruchi, please take a screenshot of this, whether you're watching live or on demand, share it with her and let her know, show her that love. My other good friend, Trisha Tate. Thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate you. Jeff C is in the house. Trisha Tate, great human with thin core. Tiffany Aleche, some of you may know her. Many of you may know her. Her book has sold millions and millions and millions. You got Farnoosh Torabi, really amazing person. There's a whole empire on finance. Many of you know Marie Forleo of B School, who's helped millions and millions of people over the last several years. Rachel Rogers, her book about how to be a millionaire. Yes, she does. Rachel's is the leading force, somebody I look to, and how I do what I do. Never too late to learn. That's right. And my good friend Kedma O, who's an amazing superhuman. I have the comments on this article, so I'd love for you to check this article out at zoneofgenius.com. Put your comments on this article so it can be here forever online. It's now 10:52, and we have been live, by the way, here for a minute. We're going to go about 8 more minutes, give some more content we're doing at zoneofgenius.com. Remind you all, check out celebrityceo.com if you want help building your personal brand. It's an outgrowth of my book called Celebrity CEO, and you can check out our challenge, our free challenge, celebrityceo.com/challenge. Check that out. Definitely, I encourage you all to check out our blueprint, our free personal branding blueprint, celebrityceo.com/blueprint. Again, this is Ramon Ray hosting the Ramon of Genius show on Saturday morning. And we're going to try to do this on a regular basis. I love doing shows. I love doing TV, as it were. TV, that's an old word now, but I love it. And we'll see if it's important for you all. Going to our next topic. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see. Our next topic of the day is how to transform. You know what? I'm going to go to why a therapist is a part of every successful entrepreneur's journey. We covered this recently at zoneofgenius.com, why a therapist is a part of every successful entrepreneur's journey. Listen, I've suffered with suicidal depression a period of my life. Some dark moments in life. And like many quote unquote famous people who smile and go through life because they want to put their best foot forward, I suffered with that for a period of time. But by God's grace, power of my faith in Christ, I conquered it and got over it. I still have to fight for it daily, but I fought over it. Some of you may use medicine, some of you use holistic medicine, some of you use other things. But one thing I do want to touch on and echo, everybody needs a therapist. Everybody should talk to somebody, a professional therapist ideally. But the point is, talk to somebody. A therapist is such an important part, can be, of healing, especially if you've gone through traumatic stuff in life. In this article, I shout out some friends talking about Tamara Andrews, her book, Always Becoming. If you know Tamara Andrews, let her know. Tamara Andrews, her book, Always Becoming. Talking about John Acuff's book, Sound Tracks. So check out the article. You can see that right on zoneofgenius.com. And just look at the word therapist. But our past, the past we've had, the past junk we've had, the past issues we had, the past harm we had, the past trauma we had, the past yuck we've had, the past hurts we've had, that can affect us today. That affects us today. And if we haven't overcome our past, if we don't have healing in our past, we cannot have a brighter future. We'll always be stuck in the past. Can I get an amen? Get an amen. And it's important to get healing. And therapists can help with that. And I find that also business and therapy go hand in hand. We are trying to run our businesses. Again, we talk about that on zoneofgenius.com. Business and therapy. We're trying to run our businesses as business owners, but the challenge is we have the personal yuck from our past that's preventing us. Deanna, thank you for that. This, and this. My biggest regret in business is not getting a therapist sooner. Yes, so much, Deanna. You're right. They go hand in hand. We often don't realize it, Deanna. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for being here. So I encourage everybody, talk to somebody. Get a therapist. Get help. And there's so many different types of therapists. Good ones, bad ones, I'm sure, whatever. But talk to somebody. In this article, in fact, I highlight 3 therapists. So you can look at that article, go to zoneofgenius.com. If you don't have anybody to talk to, I highlight Dr. Jeannie Snyder, Dr. Jenny Lacey, Larissa Harrington, 3 people I've worked with, know, and trust. So if you don't have anybody, just go to that article and you can click on their links, Dr. Jeannie Snyder, Dr. Jenny Lacey, Larissa Harrington. In fact, if you know them, tag them. If you don't mind, let them know I'm talking about them. But therapy can be important healing because we cannot go from our past if we're not healed from our past. It'll always be a stone to drag us down. This is my passion, what we do at zoneofgenius.com. This is what we do week by week by week, giving you the insights we need to help you grow your business. If you want to write, by the way, for zoneofgenius.com, email me. Let me know. Ramon@ramonray.com. It's about helping business owners live life fulfilled in business and in life. And I think I'll end on one more end up on. And when I was getting the catalyst for this article, I was in tears. It came from my friend, and I've heard this many times before, but my friend Lamar Tyler, I'm in his program, pay $30,000 a year for his program, Traffic Sales and Profit, his mastermind. And Lamar Tyler talks about the power of showing up and being consistent. We can learn ClickFunnels, we can learn funnels, we can learn retargeting, Facebook pixels, landing pages, and serving our customers and pricing, all the things we talk about. But another part of business is just showing up and being consistent. Every morning, just about, I go on IG, I go on Facebook, and I say good morning. You don't know, people, who's watching you. Everybody may not comment. Everybody may not like. You have some people like Julie and Deanna, my friend Jeff. And you have the Julie and Barry. Siobhan's here today, right? Charlene. But there's many more people who will see this and won't comment. You don't know whose life you're impacting just by what you say, what you do, how you show up. So my message today is keep going strong. Don't give up. There's somebody who needs to hear your message. And if you're withholding your message, you are stopping God from working in somebody else's life just because you're being selfish. This is what I want you to understand today. I didn't mean to take you out of church today. This is about business. But I'm a firm believer that personal life and business go hand in hand because you cannot be a great business owner if your personal life is jacked up. It doesn't go that way, most likely. you'll be counted and seen as a fraud at some point. It's important to understand that. Thank you for the amens. Thank you for the amens in here. I'm glad this is resonating with somebody. This is important. Again, this is what we do at zoneofgenius.com. And I hope to be here on Saturdays. I'm going to try this format, this morning show on Saturday mornings, 30 minutes. And I want to remind you all of a few things. Remember, check out our Celebrity CEO Challenge, celebrityceo.com/challenge. Check it out. Free challenge to sign up for to learn about email marketing, social media, and you're doing your first podcast. Definitely check out our free Celebrity CEO Personal Branding Blueprint to help you grow your personal brand. And you know what? To thank you for being here today, you have a choice. Those who want a copy of Celebrity CEO, especially if you don't have it, if you just email me, Ramon@RamonRay.com, Ramon@RamonRay.com, or in the comments, do that too. Say, I want Celebrity CEO. I'll randomly pull somebody out, and I'll send you a copy of Celebrity CEO. And if you already have a copy, I can send it to a friend of yours. So if you want a copy of celebrityceo.com, in the comments, just put, I want Celebrity CEO, and I'll pick somebody over the next few days and send you a copy. So all you got to do is put in the comments, I want Celebrity CEO, and I'll send you a copy. This is Ramon Ray. This has been Ramon's Zone of Genius Show, the premiere episode. I said, you know what? Let me go live for half an hour. I've always wanted to do a show. I've done so much content over the years, but I may get back in the game of doing a regular show like this, Ramon's Zone of Genius Show, recapping the amazing content in 30 quick minutes, what we've done at zoneofgenius.com. If you're liking this format, if you have suggestions for how I can improve it, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. You want to work with me? You want to be on this show maybe? Jeff and others, if you already know how to reach me, just email me, Ramon@RamonRay.com, Ramon@RamonRay.com. We're here to serve. Remember, go to zoneofgenius.com, sign up for the email newsletter. Go to celebrityceo.com, sign up for a free Celebrity CEO Personal Branding Blueprint. My name is Ramon Ray. It's been great to be with y'all here as we get to close down the show. I see some of the comments already coming in. Whether you're watching it live or watching it on demand, just put, I want Celebrity CEO, and I will pick somebody to send a copy to you, or you can gift it to a friend, or both. Thank you so much, Deanna. I appreciate you being here and my friends who've been here. I hope this has been great for you. You've learned. God bless you. Have an amazing Saturday. And if you're not watching this on Saturday, you're watching this on any other day, that's okay. I hope the content has still been good for you. I'm Ramon, signing out of the Ramon Ray Zone of Genius Show, premiere show, and we'll see how it goes. I might just do this every single Saturday. Have a beautiful day. Be blessed, and thank you so much for watching. I should have some music pulling out here, right? Do. Let's see here. I think that the StreamYard have some music. Let's see how this sounds. Some music. Take it off. That's music. Not the best, but it's okay. But thanks for being here, everybody. We can close the show out properly with some music. This has been Ramon's Zone of Genius Show. Thank you for being a part of it. Because without you, we could do the show. So we close the show down. To your friends, to your family. Have a great day. If I can help you and serve you in some way, let me know. Music is nice. It gives that feeling of energy there. So I like to close with a little bit of music. Maybe we'll start it with music next time too. And with that, I'm signing off. I say thank you. It's a slight delay as well. Thank you. Denise is here too. What's up, Denise? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. And again, Deanna, thanks so much for being here. Others who've commented, even if you haven't commented, glad you're here as well. This has been the Zone of Genius Show with Ramon Ray. I'm going to try to be here every Saturday. Around this time, 10:30, I think works. Maybe a little later, we'll see. But I enjoy being here. So with that, I think I'll sign off. Talked enough. And Jeff C., thanks for being here. I love your comments, Jeff. I know you do a great show, and you already know how to do all this much better than I do, in fact. So thanks for being here, buddy. Have a beautiful day, and this has been